Boom, welcome back to the next segment. We've already talked about paperback books. Now we're getting ready to zoom into some different kinds of book products. This is going to be amazing information. You definitely want to take notes and you definitely want to open up your mind and expand your thinking into the realm of publishing. So we're going to move beyond paperbacks. When you say book, most people traditionally think about paperback books, but I'm going to stretch you and push you to think about something bigger and more massive than a paperback book, right? There's paperback books, those are great. There's journals, there's flashcards, there's bookmarks, there's postcards. All that printed stuff is wonderful. But what's happening in the digital age, we are in the digital age right now, and there are literally children being born today that will only know digital. Like they will only know tablet, computer, cell phone. They will not know anything about a landline, right? Even my kids don't know what a landline is. Um, they won't know anything about writing a handwritten letter on a piece of paper because they're just not used to doing that. They're in a world that's digitized. And so as a book publisher, as an author, you are a business owner. As soon as you publish a book, you immediately become a business owner. That means you are now responsible for selling your products. You're responsible for getting your products to the public. You're responsible for collecting reviews, for finding out if your clients slash readers are happy. If they are not happy, it's your responsibility to find out how you can make your product better because it's very, very competitive out there. If you have experienced already the competitiveness of book sales, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you have already seen how difficult it is to actually go out there and sell a book. Raise your hand if you, okay. Ebony said, I received that. Okay. Yes. How to market on social media, yes. Okay. Perfect. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about right now. Thank you, Ebony, for putting that in the chat. How to market your book on social media and how to create ebooks. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. If you have seen how hard it is to actually sell book products, raise your hand in the chat. Let me see. Let me see who's already been out there peddling their products. I know I used to sell products out of the trunk of my car. And then sometimes I would just give them away. If I had a lot of books left over, I would just start giving them to people. And so I understand how challenging it is when you're out there and you're pushing your products and you're promoting yourself. It feels very lonely, but it doesn't have to be lonely, right? So in this room, it's not that hard, but after you hit everyone up, that you know it's a lot more work. Absolutely, Dolores. Absolutely. And that's what we're going to talk about. How do you get outside of the circle of your friends and family, your coworkers, your church leaders? When you run out of people to talk to, how do you keep those book sales going 12 months out of the year? That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Absolutely. So let's shift focus from the paperback books. I talked about how you can get lots of different things printed from your paperback. You can use quotes. But one thing I want you to really start focusing on, because we live in such a digitized world, I want you to start looking at ebooks, right? So you can literally publish a paperback book on Amazon, and then you can literally publish the very next day, or actually the same day, you can publish that paperback book and you can publish it as a ebook at the same time. Raise your hand if you knew that in the chat. All right. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Fabulous. Yes, absolutely. So you can absolutely publish an ebook and a paperback at the same time. So I'm glad there's a couple people in here that already know that. Now look at the image on the right hand side. You've got the Word document, you've got an MP3, you've got a PDF, you've got a movie file, you've got a JPEG, you've got a SVG. I have no idea what that is. You've got a HTML and you have an Excel spreadsheet. Notice those things have price tags. I want you to start thinking about your book products as little bitty individual worksheets, little itty bitty individual book products. And I don't want you to start thinking about how you're going to create 5 books because I have 8 books. And for me, each one of those books has a different audience. So that requires different kinds of marketing. It requires different kinds of sales funnels and sales systems, advertisements. So I don't want you to focus on 5 different books. I want you to focus on one book and I want you to pull multiple products out of that one book. So if you already have a book in your mind, I want you to type in the chat how many products you think you can get out of that one book. How many can you squeeze out of that one manuscript? Just put a number in the chat. How many products do you think you can make out of that one book? Put it in the chat. Just put a number. All right, I see 15, I see 5, I see 5, I see 7. Awesome. Okay. So you're really going to learn a lot because that number is ever increasing according to what you're doing in the market. So your ebook can be turned into a checklist which can be sold as a PDF file. Your ebook could become a movie file, a MP3. It can become a JPEG. It can become whatever it is that you want it to become. And you can sell it on your website as separate products, even though it's coming from one book. Now, the one thing I love to talk about the most is creating online courses, because inside of your online course you can include chapters from your book, worksheets from your book, movie files from your book. You can include a YouTube video. You can include images, clickable links that link to other products. So I want you to start thinking about that one book as an opportunity to make multiple products, but not only multiple products, multiple online courses, right? Online courses are also a great way to monetize your book products. All right, so let's shift for a second into online courses. What is the definition of an online course? It's something that you're going to walk somebody through. You're going to take somebody from point A to point B. You're going to give them a transformation. You're going to allow them to experience your work, to experience your ideas. A course is a course, like a golf course. You're going from one end of the green to the other end of the green, and in between you're learning a whole bunch of stuff, you're making a whole bunch of mistakes, and you're literally growing and expanding every single day. That is what an online course will do for your clients. It will give you the opportunity to teach them something new, to launch them out into the world and expand their thinking, but it also gives them an opportunity to experience you, because you can record voice clips and you can record videos like I'm doing today, pop it in your online course, and then you don't even have to be there to teach. You can just send the link to sign up for your course and they can experience you while they're learning and while they're listening to your voice. They're watching your videos, they're reading your scripts, they're looking at your checklist, they're doing your assignments, and it's all based on one book. You're not going to create 50,000 books for this course. You're only going to create one book that has one course, and you're going to sell the course and let them know, hey, if you buy the course, you get the book for free, which really they don't, because they're paying a higher price for the course than they would pay for a book. So now I want to pause for a second, and I want to have a conversation with you about your paperback, your ebook, and your online course, and how you get these products created before you actually sell them, right? So I'm going to do a pause. We're going to pause the recording.